What up though, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel with BMP. And welcome to Black in the News. I want to say, first of all, I want to give everybody a very, very happy good morning. It's a rainy day out here in Detroit, but you know, ain't nothing new to us. So today I wanted to come on and talk about this little situation, this back and forth I'm currently having on my companion page over on TikTok. I'm gonna release this video on TikTok as well, at least an edited version. So there is this TikToker, this creator, who jumped on one of my recent uploads and just had a lot to say about, you know, whether or not American descendants of slaves have the right to demand that our history be taught in the schools that we fund in Texas.
To the extreme and say, well, then everything should be available. Let them get on pornography sites on when they're learning. But I'm just saying, what you have to say is there is a line for this.
If I am an African American parent and I had black kids in Florida schools, and I say I want my kids to read The Bluest Eye, why does an organization like Moms for Liberty have the right to say, no, that book gets banned? Or if I'm a parent of an LGBTQ
but as a parent, you would have the right to have that book in your house.
But that's not what's happening. What you're seeing is groups like Moms for Liberty saying, no kid can have this book, ban it. They're not saying that
ban it from the school libraries.
I think the argument is ridiculous on its face because, like, this woman is trying to say we trying to be victims and that we looking for some type of compensation when that's ridiculous. Like, there is no compensation. The compensation is the government providing the service that I already paid for through my taxes, and that service is to properly educate my children. Duh. Like, that's the compensation we looking for. We looking for a return on our own investment. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am? What are you talking about? And yes, I am directing this directly towards you because I feel like, you know, there is a segment of the American population who are themselves the descendants of immigrants recently. And these people, often white folk, but also some Northeast Asians, they believe that, you know, that you can immigrate to this country full of millions and millions of descendants of slaves and then, like, pretend that we don't have a history here. Or because that history makes you feel uncomfortable, you don't want this history taught to your children because you feel like, well, my family is a family of immigrants and we didn't really have nothing to do with the institutions of slavery and all of that shit. Reconstruction, post-Reconstruction, terrorism, we didn't have nothing to do with that. Well, that's fine and dandy. You can say that. I don't have a problem with you saying that, but you can't then demand that these actual facts about American history are taken out of the schools that my children go to because I pay taxes. Like, I am a heavily taxed individual, heavily taxed. What are we talking about? I pay a higher percentage of my income in taxes than does Warren Buffett, Jay-Z, and all the rest of them. You damn right I get a say. You damn right I get a say in the way in which my government uses those tax dollars. Period. If you want to live in a country where American descendants of slaves don't get a say in what happens with the money that's taken in through taxes by the government, then you shouldn't be an American. You should immigrate to somewhere where there is not that issue. And there are places in the world that don't have this issue. And there's plenty of them. And I'm sure that those societies would love to have you. Period. Period. Stay up.